Good morning, Humana. Welcome to Upper Body Pump class. I'm Coach Tracy, filling in for Coach Maida today. We are going to be doing a Tabata style workout for our strength session. I'm recommending that you have a set of heavier weights and then also a set of more moderate weights. The heavier weights, we're going to be doing a chest press and a bent row with, and then the moderate weights, we're going to be doing bicep curls, overhead presses, and then some high pulls. You'll see I have a bench here. I'm going to use it for a chest press. I'm also going to be using it for some dips. If you don't have a bench available and you have a chair that you can use for dips or stairs or something like that, I recommend that you grab that. Otherwise, you can always, I'll show you how to do dips on the floor. If you don't have either, you can also do your chest press on the floor. We're going to go ahead and get started with our warm-up and then get moving. So start with those feet a little wider. We're going to reach one arm up and over and then back to the center. Repeat on the opposite side. Thank you for joining me today. Happy Friday. I don't know how everybody else's week has been going, but I'm really looking forward for a weekend. I'm calling in from Green Bay, Wisconsin, and high school football starts tonight for us, so I'm really excited for that. One more time each side. And back to the center. Let's swim out those arms. Think about making as big of circles as you can, reaching through the fingertips, getting full range of motion through the shoulders. One more each. And then switch directions. One more each. Good, let's take a deep breath up. As you exhale, reach down to your toes. Sweep through, inhale up. Exhale down to your toes. A couple more of these. We'll do 5 total. Here's 3, 4, and one more, 5, and bring it up to the center. Let's go ahead and walk out into a plank position. And then from here, go ahead and lift those hips up to the ceiling, driving the chest towards the toes. And then we're going to bring it back to that plank position. Sneak peek into what's going to come. So a little spoiler alert here. You will be seeing this movement again. So plank into that downward dog. Back to plank. Let's do that one more time. Into that plank. And then go ahead and drop those knees to the floor into a quadruped position. Let's do some cat-cows. So arching the back up, dropping the crown of the head towards the floor, tucking the hips in, and then just the opposite, arching the back down, lifting the chin up towards the ceiling. Continue back and forth. We're going to do 4 in each direction. If you're going slightly quicker than me, you're more than welcome to do more than that. Here's 3 for me. And last one, bring it back to a neutral position. Let's bring the right hand behind the ear. We're going to open up the elbow towards the ceiling and then down towards that left hand, back to the ceiling, down towards the left hand, getting some rotation through the torso. Here's 4, 5, and one more, 6. Get back to a quadruped position, hand behind the left ear, down to the right hand, and then opening up to the ceiling. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good. Back to that plank position. Go ahead and walk those hands into the feet. Bring it up to a standing position. And real quickly, just to fire those fast twitch fibers, we're gonna do some quick feet. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. We'll do that one more time. And go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, like I mentioned, we have Tabata format today. So our first round of movements, we're gonna be doing a chest press with your heavier weight, either on your bench or on the floor. Grounding the feet into the floor, keeping the core activated, and then bringing the weights down to chest level, pressing back up. So you're going to be doing as many repetitions as you can in 20 seconds, and then we'll have 10 seconds of recovery while we switch to tricep dips. So here, using a bench or chair, further your feet are away from you, harder it's going to be. You're lowering the hips and then pressing back up. Okay, if you don't have a chair or bench available, you can do the same thing on the floor. Keep those hips raised and then slight bend in the elbow, press back up. All right, back and forth between the two, 20 seconds of each. We're starting in 3, 2, 1, and go. So 20-second chest press, as many reps as you can get with good form. We're halfway through. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Set those weights down into our tricep dips. 3, 2, 1, and go. So after we're done with this, that's round 1. We have 4 of those before we rest and choose new movements. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Back to our chest press. Round 2 coming up. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. Chest is a large muscle group, so you can usually lift quite heavy. 3, 2, 1, and rest. But if you need to drop down to your moderate-sized weights, by all means do, as long as you can keep that good form. That's our main goal. Ready, and go. So think about keeping your back close to the bench. We're going to stay away from scooting too far forward. Drop the hips straight down, and then press them straight back up. 3, 2, 1, and rest. 2 rounds down, 2 to go, guys. Back to our chest press. Ready, go. So you use quite a bit of triceps for this chest press. If you haven't felt it already, you should be feeling it by now. When you do that chest press, arms are a little bit sore. 3, 2, 1, and rest as you're pressing up. Stay with me. 3, 2, 1, and go. Adjust the position of your feet as needed. Legs straight is going to be harder than legs bent. Halfway. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Last round coming up. Man, I'm feeling weak today. Ready, and go. Halfway. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Last set of our dips, and then we'll take a break, move on to our next set of movements. Ready, and go. and rest. Shake it out, grab some water if you need some, quick stretch. Next set of movements. It's gonna be the exact opposite. So we just worked mostly chest, triceps, upper push movements. Now we're gonna do some upper pull movements. Bench row. If weights are too heavy to do both arms at the same time, you can alternate, or you can always focus on one side, and then when we get back to it, switch to the opposite side. We're pairing that with arm curls. So I'm gonna use my heavier weights for the bent row, my moderate size weights for the arm curls. Same format, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds of recovery. We're gonna go through each movement, total of 4 times before we rest and switch movements. All right, just over 5 seconds before we start. 3, 2, 1, and go. Nice flat back on that bent row. Keep your spine long. Think about pulling the weights to your belly button. We want to stay away from trying to pull them up too high towards the chest. Pull back towards the belly button. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Bicep curls. 3, 2, 1, and go. And again, if the weights you chose are get too heavy at all, alternate arms. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Back to our bent row. Back and forth, guys. Stay with me. 3, 2, 1, go. Squeeze the shoulder blades back. Think about trying to touch those elbows together behind you. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Into our bicep curls. 3, 2, 1, and go. I always remember to start my watch like 5 to 10 minutes before class starts. And if I don't start it then we get to this where we're halfway through. And then I remember 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, 2 rounds down, 2 to go. Ready, back to the bent row, and go. Adjust as you need to. If you started with one movement, you can always switch up to a different one, either modifying or progressing. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Don't feel like you're locked into a certain movement because that's what you started with. I want you to get your best workout during this 30 minutes. Bicep curls, go. So sometimes, there's actually a lot of times you may get into a Tabata cycle, you know you're gonna be doing it 4 times, and you get 2 times in and you're like, I think I could do a little more. So challenge yourself, see what you can do. 3, 2, 1, and rest. You can always adjust down if you need to. Last round coming up, ready, and go. Draw the belly button in, protect that lower back. Ten seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Last set of our bicep curls. Ready, and go. Okay, we have a minute break after this. We switch movements. You notice we're kind of supersetting leg muscle groups. So here we use our biceps for the curls and then also for those rows. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, recovery. Next round of movements, we have an overhead press with plank to downward dog. So plank to downward dog is what we did in our warm-up. An overhead press, we're gonna do in a half kneeling position. So here, choose your weights. I'm gonna go with my moderate level ones, not my heavy ones. But you're here, you're stacking that heel over the toe, and then you're pressing overhead. Second movement is plank into downward dog. So here, establishing that plank, then up into downward dog, back into that plank. Okay, back and forth. Starting with that half kneeling overhead press. 3, 2, 1, and go. As always, you can alternate arms if you need to. If the weights get too heavy, you can also hold one weight between your hands, instead of using 2. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Plank into downward dog. 3, 2, 1, go. Establish each position. Okay, so when you get there, hold for a second, and then move. 3, 2, 1, rest. Now I encourage you to switch which knee is down for this half kneeling press. Ready? And go. Because you do get a little bit of a stretch through the hip flexors in that down leg. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Back to our plank, downward dog. Ready, and go. Nice job, guys. 5 seconds. And rest. 2 rounds down. We got 2 to go. Regroup. Let's give just as much effort this next time through. Ready? Go. Ooh, the shoulders are burning. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Ready? And go. Halfway. 3, 2, 1, rest. Final round coming up, guys. Final set. And then we move on. Ready? And go. Halfway. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Last round of plank to downward dog. Ready? Here we go. Man, I can tell it's been a rough week because this is difficult today. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Take your minute. I'm going to move this bench out of the way. Oops. Final set of Tabata movements, and then depending on time, we might do a quick finisher. We have a Russian twist, so you can use weights or go without. Heels can be down or heels can be up. You're hinging back at the hips, chest forward, shoulders back, and rotating side to side. Okay, second movement is a quad kick through. So first, we establish that quadruped position. We're going to come up on our toes, and then we're going to kick the left foot through, back to that quadruped position, the right leg through, back to that quadruped position. Okay? Back and forth, back and forth. Russian twist, quad kick through. We have 4 rounds of each. Starting in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go. Three, 2, 1, and rest. Into that quad kick through. 3, 2, 1, go. Five seconds. And rest. Now, if that quad kick through gets too confusing, you can hold it at either a plank or that, ready, and go. Or you can hold it at that quadruped position with those knees just off the floor. Okay, choose your workout. My goal is always to challenge you. 3, 2, 1, and motivate you. Push a little harder than what you would normally do, but obviously you know your body best. 3, 2, 1, and go. Three, 2, 1, and rest. Halfway point, guys. 2 down, 2 to go. Ready? Go. Okay, keep that back nice and flat. If you notice any rounding at all, regroup, chest forward, flat back. Sit up a little taller if you need to. Ditch the weights if you need to. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Form first, guys. I'd rather have you do many less reps with good form. Ready, and go. Then twice as many reps with poor form. And you'd be surprised how quickly our body moves to what it would consider the easiest route. 3, 2, 1, and rest. So we kind of naturally go back to certain movement patterns. 3, 2, 1, and go, which is why we always want to focus on our form and train our body that new, proper movement pattern. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, last set of our kick throughs. 3, 2, 1, and go. We're gonna take a minute off after this, have a quick finisher. You know, we might be a little bit over time. Hopefully you got a little left in you. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, taking that minute off. Our finisher. Rounds for time. So we're gonna shoot for 3 rounds. We'll see timing-wise how things go. We're doing 8 repetitions of each movement. We have 8 prone T's. So in this prone position, arms out to the side, straight out from the chest, thumbs up. We're squeezing the shoulder blades, lifting those thumbs up towards the ceiling. Okay, 8 of those. 8 push-ups, knees or toes, and then 8 high pulls. So with your weights, stacking those feet again, pulling up, elbows stay higher than the weights, but elbows come up to shoulder height. All right, we're gonna muscle through 3 rounds of these, guys, okay? 8 prone T's, 8 push-ups, 8 high pulls. Starting in 10 seconds. Whew. 3, 2, 1, here we go. So your goal is just to get through as quickly as you can with good form. Here's 7 and 8 into that push-up. 6, 7, 8. We're gonna do a tall kneeling high pull. 1, 2. 6, 7, and 8. Back to our prone T's, round 2. 6, 7, 8. Into our push-ups. 6, 7, 8, and our high pull. 5, 6, 7, 8. Final round. Prone T's. 5, 6, 7, 8. Woo. Into our push-ups. 5, 6, 7, 8. Finish with those high pulls. 6, 7, and 8. Take whatever time you need to finish those 3 rounds. When you're done, meet me in a child's pose. So we'll stay here. All right, we're gonna finish up with a couple stretches. I know, again, we're close on time. Let's bring it to that quadruped position. Take that left arm, weave it in between the right hand, right knee, one shoulder towards the mat. And release. Switch sides. All right, just bring it to a cross-legged position. Open the arms up so you can either do fingertips, hold back, or you can anchor the hands at the low back, press the chest forward, pull the shoulders back, elbows back. And then we're going to take it one step deeper, anchor those hands, press the chest forward, allow the head to drop back if it's comfortable. And release real quickly, final stretch, one each side. Let's bring the right arm underneath the left. Try to bring the palms together or as close to it as what you can. And then we're going to pull the elbows away from the body. Pull the elbows and the hands away from the body, drawing those shoulder blades apart. And release. Switch sides, so left arm underneath right. Again, pull the shoulders. Pull the elbows and hands away from the body. And release, deep breath in. Full body stretch. And slowly exhale down. Have a great Friday. Great weekend, guys. Again, thanks so much for joining me. I'm Coach Tracy. We'll see you again next time.